Lil Bill, for example. Lil Bill grew up with cancer and then became Bill Cosby and then became a sex offender. So if you really understand, sometimes God doesn't make mistakes. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shirt Bust College, where we talk about anything and everything. I'm Nazi. This is Yemit. And at the end of the day, you're here. So thank you for fucking with us. Stick it through. Comment something, questions if you want to ask us anything. Yeah. This is supposed to be our organic environment where we're all inclusive, especially if you're a Jewish Mexican. We love you.
One thing that, what are we talking about next? Nassim?
One thing we're going to be talking about in very, very soon, we're going to be talking about
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, yep. The legend, the GOAT, and the myth.
Yeah, very uncontroversial conversation.
Very uncontroversial, and I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm actually pumped up.
I think,
right. The Cosby Show. I mean, growing up, I didn't watch much of it because I'm not an old fart. Mm-hmm. But I did watch a lot of Good Times. I don't think he has anything to do with Good Times. That was more what I watched coming up at my grandparents' house. But the Cosby Show, to a lot of people, they hold it dear.
My mom grew up with the Cosby Show. Fat Albert and stuff,
Yeah. I watched Fat Albert and stuff. I watched the Fat Albert movie. I was never really into the cartoon like that because like I said, that's past my time. I was more into like pornography and things like that.
Pornography was good.
But at the same time, though, I mean, Cosby. Let's talk about it. He newly released, and how do you feel about it? I know you feel very strongly about
you go first. I think it's a little concerning just how many people are celebrating his release.
Okay.
But that doesn't make up the majority of people. But you know, if you wanted to get into some conspiracy type stuff.
Yeah. So Cosby, Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I was tweaking what that nigga said. That nigga said.
He's
Cosby. I actually met him. I actually met him before.
Yeah. Tell the story.
I was doing this little African dance thing as a young dude, and he was actually in Baltimore, and he was giving like a little conference. After we danced, he talked, and that's when he had to talk to the kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, I like him that close to him. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I just thought he was a random ass guy. I didn't know like how.
Are you sure it was Bill Cosby?
It was either that or a dude with Alzheimer's.
Okay,
a random black guy with Alzheimer's.
Another guy with Alzheimer's. So it doesn't need to be a black guy, just like another guy with Alzheimer's.
Just another guy, period. Oh my God, Bill Cosby. Nah, dude. Yeah, it was definitely Bill Cosby. And so I met him. But I mean, let's get into the conspiracies. I think you got a lot of celebration coming from is people who also just don't believe he did it just due to the level of I guess conspiracies and the amount of
because he's black for the most part, right? I mean that seems to be the consensus on social media. That's not. I mean, for most people that
I wouldn't say that. I think it's mainly because they believe that he's been attacked and basically set up because he's black or because he's an entertainer. Period. But I think him being a black entertainer actually, like some people believe, contributed to that happening more to him as well.
Or the fact that he was trying to buy NBC before the case went down.
I actually didn't know about that. I don't even know what the fuck NBC is.
NBC.
NPC?
NBC.
Dude, I'm not even PC. I've never been politically correct in my life.
BC.
I see, because if you look at different entertainers, like Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston, or like, what's his name? Kobe Bryant,
Kevin Spacey, Michael Jackson.
Give me a minute. Some random guy. So you look at all these entertainers, bro. You see a consistency, them dying in very peculiar ways, as well as very weird things happen to them. So it seems like to get to that level of success and power, I guess. When I say power, I'm talking about just the level of what's the word I was saying earlier?
Paul Walker? Paul Walker says,
Bro, bro, Paul Walker, bro,
Yeah.
that was Illuminati work all around it. Bro, how are you in a movie strictly about cars, bro? And you're like the second best after Dom, dude. And then you die in a car accident.
Second best.
Illuminati, bro. That's the Illuminati.
What about there's that one actor that was like up and coming, and then he got hit by his own car. Oh, Anton Yelchin.
He got hit by his own car.
He got crushed by his own car.
Think about how difficult that is. Think about how much of a dumbass that you have to be for that to happen to you.
Christ. No,
and that's when
like,
that's when I walk outside my house, go into my car, and get crushed by it.
Oh, okay. So if I thought you were about the Illuminati and shit. I thought you were gonna say that the Illuminati got into his car, drove it, ran over him, and then got back out.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what happened. That's why I don't think he's a dumbass, but the Illuminati set him up to look like a dumbass. I don't know what this guy did, but they have him looking like a fucking jackass, if you ask me.
Wasn't he in Star Wars or something? I think it was in Star Trek.
Star Trek? Yeah, she's such a slut.
All right.
I'll play it, dude. Nah, but yeah, so you look at all these, like Kobe Bryant died in a freaking helicopter accident. Whitney Houston got drowned, like she was high and drowned in her bathtub, and that's when her daughter died the same exact way. It was like very weird. But at the same time, bro, I think it's all these cases where someone can argue that if you're an entertainer and you got a lot of influence, I think that's the word I was looking for. You got a lot of influence and you can control people's ideas by just, sharing what you want to share, to the world. I think that it's a group of people. People can believe there's a group of people set to control those guys that have the power to influence others. And how do you feel about that?
What? There's a conspiracy in which the Illuminati is killing famous people for some reason or another because they're about to say something.
That could be one.
And how does this relate to Bill Cosby?
Because he was famous as fuck. One of the biggest entertainers of all time.
Right. Yeah, he's one of the biggest entertainers of all time. Right. So, I had my little conspiracy thing, but I don't believe in it about the NBC thing. Why? I mean, what was the reason behind him? Not like Will Smith or Samuel Jackson or anyone like that.
Because it's not their time yet, bro. Maybe they have
it scheduled out. They have
it scheduled, bro. Everybody has their time.
Today it's Bill Cosby. All right, so next year we're doing Will. No. We're gonna do that later. We're gonna do that afterwards.
Yeah, like Will Smith, bro. My guy was in Men in Black. They got to do something with aliens with him.
Yeah. But they're gonna have him abducted. Yeah.
They will have him abducted and probed to death. That's how Will Smith is going out. We know that.
Okay.
We know that for sure. No, but my main thing, cause like I watched his little release thing, and to be honest, bro, like he's released, but he definitely has Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Positive. Like I'm looking at this guy, I'm looking at him in his eyes. He has Alzheimer's.
Okay.
That's all I want to say.
Okay. Okay. I mean, okay. So basically, he was released on a technicality. We know that to be the case. Back from something that there was a case back in 2005. You can fact check me if it's not. In which he gave out information that he wasn't going to be prosecuted for, but it basically him admitting to drugging, and it may have been drugging and raping the girl, but he admitted to at least the drugging portion of it.
I'm pretty sure it was probably just drugging, because if it's admitting to both, then my guy, everybody would have been known about it. You know what I mean? Would have been known that that's something he's done.
Though that, I mean, him doing stuff like this has been circulating in
the industry. You told me this.
Industry since the 80s.
Yeah.
Which is the same for like a lot of other.
But as well as though, how much of the industry do you think? Because I think on one hand you could say that the industry was suppressing it as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Was suppressing the information?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the same thing for like Kevin Spacey. Everyone knew about Kevin Spacey, about his actions like that back when he was doing it. People talked about like, I know you don't believe the whole Michael Jackson stuff. Maybe people were talking about that in the industry for years before that became like popular to talk about.
But say some of the things that's being said is fabricated, and also just a way of just getting.
I'm sure certain little parts and effects probably are.
I mean, like, look, I'm just arguing for you know, this is another point of view. At the end of the day, like I don't know any of these people personally, and like I said, the things that these people are accused of is, you know, traumatic, and I know people personally have suffered from these things. And at the end of the day, you know, do we believe in our judicial system? How do you feel about our judicial system and like how we prosecute?
Well, if he was released on a technicality here, and that means that there was a major failure in the judiciary system in the first place, in which he should have been tried fairly. And if he was tried fairly, then he still would have gone to prison, and he would still be in prison, most likely.
Right.
So that means that that means there is and the fact that he is released means that there is a major failure here, and that but if people were trying to suppress Bill Cosby and stuff like that, and they had all the power to do so, they didn't do a very good job at it because he's out.
Right.
So he was in there for 2 years.
But as well as some of that stuff, embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's like public humiliation in a sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it does cripple your career and it does make people look at you totally different. Look, I know what I'm talking about is all conspiracies, and I'm just trying to bring another light to the conversation just to make it intriguing for the cast, for the pod right now.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
But at the same time,
60 women, 60. It's kind of hard to ignore at the same time. You know what I mean?
True, and you got to have a lot of money to pay off 60 women to say that that someone did something that he didn't do. That's a lot of money. I don't think he was really flooded in cash like that. But yeah, I mean, the interesting case. How do you feel about them saying that? I saw the thing that said that he had the FBI, like Nixon, President Nixon, put him on a list or whatever. This was when they just released him. He said President Nixon put him on like a list or whatever. Made him basically like
Wait, sorry, when was this?
They just showed it when he just got released, like when he was talking to the news. And he said that
Nixon's dead. I'm confused. What?
No, but he said that I know, but this was when he was president. And it said that
okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't, bro.
I was super confused with the
Bush did 9/11. That's all I know. Gotcha. That's the only politics I know, bro. But at the end of the day, they said that the FBI was tracking and monitoring everything that Bill Cosby did, and how would that how could they do that while and also witness him doing drugging women?
Yeah, probably they probably knew about that, and
that's just something his lawyers said, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, weird, interesting case. I feel as though people, should do their own research, have their own feelings for it, and yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I just pray for all the families involved. But just imagine, though, if it was a group who you can call him Freemasons, the Illuminati, who does attack artists and make artists sell themselves to them in exchange of fame and
that's just so like they sell them their soul and then for them to get famous. That's kind of like demeaning to the fact that like Bill Cosby was like, well,
because you hear stuff about all right, Cosby, and like let's say I don't really want to talk about Michael Jackson. You know how I feel about that, but at the same time, like Michael Jackson, but we also hear stuff about Illuminati groups, people, forced to eat shit, sex orgy stuff.
Okay,
and you see that a lot.
You hear about that?
No, but you see that a lot in movies. Be honest, it do be movies where they do show elitism as a warped, what's the word I'm looking for? Cultish type thing,
Okay. Well, yeah. It's typically elitism is kind of can get pretty cultish.
And they always display that with the most elite people in society controlling the corporations, controlling the entertainment. If you think about it, if
just
someone has
more in a movie not seen doesn't make it real though.
Okay, and just because it tells you that it's not a fucking just because he tells you it's not herpes don't mean you suck it, Emmett.
It was one time.
My bad. I'm playing. But at the end of the day, bro, it's just like you see that a lot in different things. To what degree? And you see celebrities that like fell off. They talk about all the weird stuff that happened in the industry. A lot of industry.
I think that's just the industry being weird, bro.
But they go crazy. They start doing shit that you don't really see you wouldn't believe that somebody came up in that regard, in that family, with that wealth around them, they would get into becoming a druggie or becoming the most warped piece of shit.
No, I think so. I mean, like if you have enough money and stuff like that, you can probably do it. Like the Kardashians are famous for being Kardashians.
Right.
You got like there's like TikTok people. There's like a Charlie D'Amelio or whatever, D'Amelio.
I don't know,
she's
dude.
She's just famous for being famous. You know, that happens all the time. Then there's people that come from nothing that they just get lucky. They hit the right spot, and you go, I think that's just as possible and more believable than the Illuminati. And if the Illuminati is real, then they're not very good at their job. I'll put it that way. Because like if they don't want people to know they exist, then like they haven't done like a very good job.
But guess where's the best place to hide something? In plain sight.
Right out in the front. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, bro.
The happening.
You're onto something there.
How does it feel to treat me like you do when you've laid your